You're listening to Tech Talk Central.
Hello, this is Tech Talk Central. We are at the eHealth Forum, and I have just opposite me Signore Claudio Saccavini, who is the Technical Manager of Consorzio Arsenal.IT.
Yes, it's true.
We're glad to have you here with us today, and I want you to tell us about the e-prescription project you are managing in Italy. And it's a European project, no?
No, it's
a national project, but it wants to expand to European level.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, tell us about it, please.
Yeah, thank you for your question, of course, and it's a great pleasure for me to talking about this project because it's a project that the southern part of Europe are developing. Mm-hmm. Greece developing an e-prescription project, Italy developing an e-prescription project, and also Spain developing an e-prescription project.
All the South countries.
All the South countries, and the reason is that not for clinical purposes, but for reducing the cost of drugs. This is the reality of Europe asked to us to implement this type of project. But it's a good opportunity to find some clinical efforts inside this project. First of all, it's very important that with the e-prescription project, we can reduce the risk for the patient assuming drugs, because we know how many drugs the patient assume, when this patient assumes this drug, and we can follow if there are interaction between different drugs to the patient. This is very important for the safety of the patient. Mm-hmm. This is one of the reasons that we have produced this project.
And you also said something about falsified drugs also.
Yeah.
It's a big problem also.
Yes, it's true. Yeah. There are also another important issue we discovered with this e-prescription project in Italy, that we have a strange reaction to the people to the economic crisis. Mm-hmm. There are 10% of e-prescription that citizens don't go to the pharmacy to take these drugs. And there are many reasons that the citizens don't take drugs that doctors prescribing to them. One of the reasons for economic
poverty, you mean?
Yeah,
the health problem.
And this is a social problem. But with the e-prescription, we discovered this problem. We can follow these citizens that are in difficult and support them, because it's not only a social support but also an healthcare support to them. So
Don't you have social pharmacies?
Yeah.
Yes. You do.
Yes.
Okay.
In Italy there are
Greece also.
Yes. In Italy there are two types of pharmacies. One of the pharmacies we call municipality pharmacies, that are, as you call, social pharmacies, and the other are private pharmacies
with
the
reduction in price and so on.
Yes. This is true, because we have a system that are very similar to Greek system. That is a system that is a welfare to everyone. It's different from the UK system and so on. This is one of the reasons that we produce. Today the project is up and running since the 1st of April of this year. And all the doctors, all general practitioners and clinicians in hospital prescribing the drugs with this system, and all the pharmacies in Veneto region dispense the drugs using this system.
In your region or all over the country?
This is a national project, but our region is the first region in which the project. The pilot.
Okay.
Today there are the 30% of the coverage at a national level, but there is a law of the government that imposed to the region to go up and running at 80% of prescription at the end of this year.
So they have to do it more and more.
Yes, there are a lot of works, because there are some difficulties, because not every physician, every GP has a network connection, for example. There are some parts of Italy in which it's very difficult also for pharmacies to have a good internet connection to connect to the system.
They have to be interconnected, all of them, in order to work.
Yes, consider that about the 3-4% of pharmacy in Italy have no connection to internet. And this is a problem.
This is a problem, yes. If it has to be in the national level, yes.
Yeah, at the national level, we believe to reach at least the 95% of prescription.
When is the obligation to start the whole country?
at the end of the year.
At the end of the year, this year?
Yes, this
15,
year, yes.
15.
Yes.
So by January, they have to comply with the new system.
Yes, and if some region don't reach the goal, there is a reduction on the transfer money from the central government to the region.
Yeah, that's a threat always.
And so the region had to increase taxes to the citizen. It's a political problem, not clinical problem.
And what is the next step after the system works all over the country?
The next step is to support general practitioner and physician during prescribing. We want to provide to them a system that, using business intelligence, makes an alarm if they prescribe drugs that have interaction with other drugs they have someone else or themselves has prescribed to the patient. This is the first goal, because we have a small pilot in our region about this business intelligence to support prescription, and the first results are very incredible. Consider that if we diffuse the system to all the region, we have an opportunity to save 40 million euro by year in reduction of the expenditure of pharmacy.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, a lot of money, because this is the second result of the prescription problem. The first, we reduce the waste of drugs. I prescribe only the drugs you need. The second is to prescribe the right drug to you. This is the appropriateness of the prescription. We have to work in this direction.
And the third is money.
And the third is money.
The third is money. And
the money is a result.
The money is a result.
It's a result, because we have obligation, a social obligation. So we have not to waste the money of the citizen.
Of the citizen, yes. But when are you going to open this system of e-prescription to other countries? You said something. This is a very good goal, but I think it's a distant goal.
Also, I believe. Also, for me, it's a distant goal. But there is an European project called EPSOS that running 5 years ago, and is finished this project and realized the infrastructure to share data between different countries for cross-border purposes. One of the data you can share is prescription. Well, we have the infrastructure, but we have no data to share between countries, because in reality today, Greece, Spain, Italy, UK have an e-prescription system, but the other countries have no prescription system.
Yes.
So we
were pioneers.
We are pioneers, but it's very important that Greece and Italy say with a loud voice to Europe, we have this opportunity. Yes. Please, if you are a German people and you want to spend your holidays in Greece or in Italy, it's a safe place to spend. Please, go to your physician, to general practitioner, make the prescription of the drugs you need during the holidays. Don't worry. We provide the drugs during your holiday without any risk for you. And this
That's
is
medical tourism. Yes, and we want it, all of us. Yes.
Yeah, in Veneto region, we are only 5 million inhabitants in our region.
Veneto region is all the north of Italy.
Yes, in the northeast is the region of Venice.
Yes.
Our capital is Venice.
Yes.
We have 5 million inhabitants, but we have 40 million of tourists every year that visit Veneto.
8 times that.
Yes, I think that is the same in Greece. You
Yes,
have more tourists than citizens.
Yes, sure. Especially in the Aegean Islands.
Of course. Wonderful place.
Yes. Thank you. So, but it will need time for that.
Yes, I believe
they are negative against it?
No, I think that you need that someone start. Then I'm looking at other countries in Europe that want to start. I go into Greece during last dinner, talking with the ministry that this time that we
join the voices.
Yes, we have to join the voices, and
have you started talks with us?
Yeah,
let's say for Greece.
Of course, because I think that Greece and Italy is the starting point of this new innovation.
Are you using the same system with us?
Quite the same. Quite the same. There are some minor differences, but important that we have a common language vocabulary of drugs. If you prescribe a drug
because
in Greece,
they are the same drugs.
Yes, it's the same.
The same specifications.
The same specification. Yes. And so it's important that an Italian doctor can easily read a prescription from a Greek doctor. And this is true now.
Yes.
Because we're using a common vocabulary to do this.
Based in Latin and Greek words.
No,
in a
based
way.
on codes of computers.
Computer also. You're right.
The codes of the computer are different translation in native languages. Because in Italian I call paracetamolo, but paracetamol is the
In
name
Greek
in
it's
English.
paracetamoli.
Paracetamol.
It's the
But
same.
these three words have only one concept, and this concept has only one code, international code. This is very important.
And this is very important. Okay, let's hope for the best.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Signor
Bye.
Saccavini.
Bye.
This is Tech Talk Central's Yannis Rizopoulos from eHealth Forum.